line there with Mr. Vijaykranti. But some more breaking news coming in. The press release put out by China with regards to the India-China Special Representatives meeting on border issues states that India has consistently adhered to the One China policy. However, India does not recognize the same. Ambassador Manju Seth, this is why we're having, ma'am, a conversation on being very cautious. So we're learning that the statement that has been put out by China states that India consistently adheres to the One China policy.
Absolutely. We have very, subconsciously or conscientiously, we have stuck to this after we committed to a One China policy and we agreed with China. We have stopped, referring to any other country or any other part of, the territory as a separate country or a separate unit. But I think China did not recognize it, did not understand that that what India was doing was a positive gesture and it was sticking to what it had committed, whereas on many occasions China was not, has not. So I think this reiteration that India has always stuck to the is also because in between I think it was talk after the Galwan, skirmishes that. Tibet, we should take up the issue of Tibet, and though of course it was never officially done, but there was this talk about, that Tibet should be considered and we should speak about Tibet being a part of the autonomous region, not being a part of China, etc. But I think officially we never did that. And I think China is now recognizing that. And we hope that it will stick to its part of the commitments that it has made to India on various, political issues and also along, the border issue and the agreements that we have. I think it's important that we convey this to China, that it cannot have this ambiguity that it has been, following all these years. And the One China policy for us, we did, there was, unofficial talk of rethinking the policy, but I think it was never done officially. But if you look at around the world, other countries have also committed to this, but I think with other countries, it seems to be, China seems to think that even if there are some double speak on that, if you vis-a-vis Taiwan, if you see, they seem to accept it if the other country is in a position of power and much more superior to them. But I think when it comes to India, they do have this tendency to have a slightly, a slight attitude that India is not at par with us. But I think in this statement, this time, what they have been saying, if you look at it, it seems that they are now saying that both developing countries, both emerging countries, and both, emerging powers. So I think the fact that they're now talking about it, we don't know what will come out, whether they will stick to this, but the fact that they're now referring to India as an emerging power and as a multipolar world of what India has been talking about, I think there is some room for cautious optimism. But yes, I think we have a long journey to go in actually finding any clear-cut, resolution on all the outstanding issues between China and India on different aspects of the relationship. But definitely, this visit, I feel, has helped. Including the fact that we have agreed, that China has agreed to the Mansarovar Yatra and to resume it, and we have started the process, and also the visas issue, the connectivity issue. All these issues are being now looked at. I think we both have to remember, both countries have to remember and have to follow a path of mutual respect, mutual trust, and mutual benefit. These three things are very important. And India has to, go, and very rightly said, US, we cannot write off at all. US is it's a very deep and deeply ingrained. Yes, there seems to be, there have been some kind of, spanner in the works kind of thing at the moment. But I don't think it is not something which is permanent. It has, it's like a little trough at the moment. But I believe that this relationship it's so interlinked in all aspects in many, many different sectors.
Yes.
Going forward, I don't think it's going to be impacted. There will be some impact, but I think it will come back on an even footing again.
Major Raja Kochar, how do we then use this opportunity to tell